Hello friends, today we are going to talk about a situation wherein you are in the middle of your IELTS speaking exam. The examiner has asked you a question and you don't know what the question means. Or maybe there is a word in the question which you don't know the meaning of. What can you do? क्या कर सकते हैं? आपको एग्जामिनर ने जो प्रश्न पूछा है उस प्रश्न का या फिर उस प्रश्न में कोई ऐसा शब्द है जिसका मीनिंग आपको मालूम नहीं है. Most of the time, the questions which are asked in the IELTS exam are very easy to understand. Most students would be familiar with the words which are used in the questions which are asked by the examiner. However, it may happen that sometimes you have not heard the question correctly. या तो आपने ठीक से सुना नहीं. It may happen that there would be a word which you have never heard about. कोई ऐसा शब्द है जिसका मीनिंग सच में आपको मालूम नहीं है. और one reason could be that you are very presumptuous. You were predicting the question. आपने इतनी सारी पढ़ाई की है, इतनी सारी बुक्स को रेफर किया है कि आपको लगता है कि इसके बाद यही क्वेश्चन आएगा and you kind of imagine when the examiner is asking your question, something is already running in your mind and then you don't understand the question because the question which has come up is not matching with the question which was in your mind, which you assumed will be asked to you. So what can you do in these kinds of situations? हम क्या कर सकते हैं जब हमें प्रश्न ही समझ में नहीं आया? You already know कि blank हो जाना या फिर ऐसा बोलना कि I don't know is going to go against you. So let us talk about some ways, some statements, some sentences that you could use to take care of your performance in the IELTS speaking exam. So before we talk about certain statements or sentences that you could use in front of the examiner in these kinds of situations, let us talk about some very important things that you need to take care of. The first rule is that you have to be honest. Do not pretend that you have understood the question or everything that the question has. So for example, there could be a word which might sound familiar to you, but it might have completely different meaning. दो शब्दों के मीनिंग अलग हो सकते हैं, लेकिन उनके जो प्रोनाउंसिएशन है वो हमें सुन के ऐसा लगेगा कि इसका मीनिंग यही है. दो एग्जाम्पल्स है, एक है नेगेशन और नेगेटिव और दूसरा एग्जाम्पल है अडेप्ट और अडॉप्ट. नेगेशन मीन्स टू डिनाई एंड नेगेटिव मीन्स नकारात्मक, पॉजिटिव का ऑपोजिट. अडेप्ट मीन्स टू एडजस्ट एंड अडॉप्ट यानी गोद लेना, टू अडॉप्ट समबडी. सो ये शब्द जो सुनने में हमें लगते हैं कि दे आर सेम, सो हो सकता है हमें अडेप्ट का मीनिंग नहीं मालूम है और हमें लगता है एग्जामिनर अडॉप्ट बोल रहे हैं. हो सकता है हमें नेगेशन का मीनिंग नहीं मालूम है बट वी माइट अज्यूम कि नेगेशन मीन्स नेगेटिव. सो बी ऑनेस्ट, आस्क frankly to the examiner that you need clarification for this particular word. We will talk about certain statements which you can use to ask for clarification. The second thing is to show willingness. आपको आंसर देने में दिलचस्पी है, आप इंटरेस्ट रखते हो आंसर देने में, ये आपको आपकी बॉडी लैंग्वेज के द्वारा, आपकी स्माइल के द्वारा, आपकी आई कांटेक्ट के द्वारा दिखाना बहुत ज़रूरी है. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप कट ऑफ हो जाए, साइलेंट हो जाए एंड यू शो अननोइंगली दैट यू आर नॉट विलिंग टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू दिस question. The third thing you need to keep in mind is that you have to be super polite. When you ask for clarification or when you are asking the examiner to repeat the question, you have to be extremely polite and then put forth the question that could you please pardon, could you please repeat the question. I have separately made a video for this that what you can do when you don't know the answer. इसमें थोड़े से टिप्स मिल जाएंगे आपको कि आपको जब एग्जामिनर को क्वेश्चन रिपीट करने को कहना है तो आप किस प्रकार के स्टेटमेंट्स यूज कर सकते हैं. इस वीडियो की लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मैंने आपके लिए लगा दी है. लेट अस नाउ अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट कैन यू से व्हेन यू हैव नॉट अंडरस्टूड समथिंग. लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल. द एग्जामिनर आस्क्स यू, हैव यू एवर एक्सपीरियंस्ड नॉस्टैल्जिया? व्हाट इज नॉस्टैल्जिया? Maybe you don't know. So let me tell you. Nostalgia means कोई भी पास्ट की मेमोरी को याद करके वहाँ जाने की इच्छा रखना और क्योंकि हम वापस वहाँ नहीं जा सकते सो थोड़ा सा सैड फील करना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू फील टू गो बैक टू स्कूल बिकॉज स्कूल डेज वर फन एंड केयर फ्री डेज, सो यू फील नॉस्टैल्जिया, यू वांट टू गो बैक टू स्कूल. नाउ द एग्जामिनर हैज आस्क्ड यू दिस क्वेश्चन and in the exam maybe you don't know the meaning of the word nostalgia. So what can you say is what I'm going to tell you. You can use these statements to politely clarify the meaning of the word with the examiner. You can say, can you please tell me the meaning of the word that you just used? Or you can say, if I understood you correctly, You are asking me the meaning of some memory of the past. Could you please explain to me the meaning of the word nostalgia? I couldn't really catch the meaning of the word that you just used. Can you please explain it to me? Can I please ask for some clarification about the word or the question that you just asked me? I'm really sorry, but I haven't ever heard this phrase before. Can you please explain that to me? Just to clarify, what does nostalgia mean, please? I am not really familiar with this word. May I ask you the meaning of it, please? So, this is all what you can say when you have not understood the question or a particular word in the question correctly. If you wish to have all of these statements for yourself, go to the link in the description box and download a PDF for you completely free. What could be some other reasons जिसमें आप ठीक से स्पीकिंग के एग्जाम में परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाओगे? One reason could be anxiety and nervousness. Another reason is that you don't really have an answer to the question which is asked to you. And the third reason could be that you have an answer but you are unable to frame it in a good, proper grammatical sentence. ये तीनों reasons के भी videos मैंने बनाए हैं और उनकी link description box में है. Do not forget to give me a like if you like my ideas and the video, and please do subscribe to the channel. All the best.